It is the second month of spring, which means there are new beauty products to try. If you want to see what new gluten-free beauty products I will be trying out this month, keep on watching. How many of you guys out there have the Clarisonic or have tried the Clarisonic? How many of you guys like replacing the brush heads every 3 months for $40? I loved the Clarisonic at first, but found that over time it was just really too harsh for my skin that is already so sensitive. And what I've decided to try is the Foreo Luna Mini 2. This little guy is so cute and so small. No pulling, no tugging, no stretching of the skin so it can preserve your skin's natural elasticity. It also has the T-Sonic pulsation, which is to dislodge all of your impurities. There's 8 different speeds, so different intensities depending on what is going on with your skin. One full charge lasts up to 5 months. That is insane. I don't know if that's true. You can use it 2 times a day because it is all silicone, so it's not going to be harsh on your skin at all. And it's completely waterproof and travel friendly. I think it is so cute. Of course, I had to go with something bright and kind of fun, which is I think they call it the sunflower yellow. It's so cute. I did like the Clarisonic at first, but like I said, over time, my skin just became way too sensitive because of the brush heads. And yes, I have tried the cashmere brush heads that they came out with, which are supposed to be for really delicate and sensitive skin. My skin did not care. I just kind of gave up on using the Clarisonic. This is actually cheaper in the long run. With the Clarisonic, you have to replace the brush heads. It's said every 3 months. Let's be honest, I used to stretch mine out for 5, 6, and 7 months, cleaning it with alcohol. Replacement brush heads would cost me $40 for 2 or $25 for 1. That actually adds up. I mean, that's about $80 a year or more, depending on how often you replaced your brush heads, after already spending $200 on the unit itself. This guy costs the exact same amount as a Clarisonic, but that's it. You never have to replace a brush head or anything like that. What you pay for in the initial purchase is all there is. And it just sits on the counter looking all sunny and happy. Like, I personally exfoliate my skin probably every other day or once every 3 days. And I find that my skin actually really, really loves it and responds well to it. However, I like to use a physical exfoliator, and sometimes my skin is like, too much. I have tried chemical exfoliators and I don't feel that they give me the same kind of cleanness or really sloughing off the dead skin cells, especially if you're dry like I am. I have actually heard of this brand for a while. I've watched them on QVC. When I was in Sephora, I saw that they had this product just in a smaller travel size. Tatcha Classic Rice Enzyme Powder. So it's a powder water activated exfoliant. It's a gentle, effective physical exfoliator that actually cleanses and tones your skin at the same time. All you do is pour a little bit into your hand, mix it with a bit of water, and then go ahead and gently massage your skin. I'm trying it because I feel like I need a physical exfoliator that's going to be a little more sensitive on my skin, especially since I'm using a product that has retinol in it. My skin tends to be a little bit more irritable now, but I still like to exfoliate, and I try not to do it as often because I don't want my skin to get super angry. Now, if you love skincare, one of the things you love the most is using a mask. I use them multiple times a week, so many different kinds depending on what's going on with my skin. But the one thing I really don't like is always having to wait for them to dry, especially if it's a charcoal mask. They have to dry so they can kind of suck everything out and get all that gunk and leave you with nice, clean, and clear skin. Enter Boscia's, and this is a mouthful, Charcoal Pore Pudding Intensive Wash Off Treatment. 2-part intense wash off treatment that includes white charcoal, black charcoal, and kaolin clay. Now, the white charcoal is going to purify and balance your skin. The black charcoal is going to really draw out oils, dirt, and impurities. And the kaolin clay helps to absorb oil and impurities. And if you are oily, you guys are going to love this because it also removes the excess sebum from the surface of your skin. Even though this product is supposed to target your pores, let's be real, nothing you do will ever shrink your pores. The most you can do is really get a deep clean for your skin, which is going to remove all dirt, dead skin cells, and impurities, and help your pores to shrink back to the original size. Now, if you naturally and hereditarily have large pores, honey, you're stuck. Just accept it, move on. There are worse things in life. But what you can do is help to keep them clean to give yourself the appearance of a smoother finish and smaller pore. I'm really excited to try it because it's a charcoal mask that I don't have to wait on my skin for it to dry and feel really tight and cracky. Cracky, is that a word? I made it, I don't know. It is today. Usually after those kinds of masks, my skin feels really tight, and as somebody with dry skin, I hate that. Why would I want my skin to feel dry and tight after I already have dry skin? So because this charcoal mask does not dry like that on your skin, I am so excited to try it. Let's get these pores clean, honey. And how cool looking is this? This is not the packaging. This is actually the white charcoal and the black charcoal swirled in the jar together. I like that they did something where you can actually see the product and actually made the product a design. Natasha Denona. Who hasn't heard of this brand lately? Or like the past 6 months, it seems to have really blown up within magazines and on beauty blogs and here, even here on YouTube. She is really known for her incredible textures and pigmentation. I have a hard time jumping on the bandwagon with any brand, especially when it comes to eyeshadow, because I feel like there's just so many. It's a dime a dozen. There are high-end, there are ones that you can get at the drugstore. So a lot of times I don't want to just jump right on and get some. That's so weird. Get some! Get some! If you know what movie that is from, we're here. And we're besties. Automatically. These are buttery soft, super saturated. You get intense color payoff. There's no fading, no creasing, no smudging, and no primer needed. I mean, what? You don't need a primer? You don't need me to spend extra money to be able to use your product? I don't know if I believe that, but I like where your head's at. But if you have oily eyelids, use a primer. And if you're going to be somewhere hot and humid, use a primer. A primer is your best friend. I don't know if I'm a true skeptic just because I bought 2 palettes with 5 shadows each. That's 10 plus a single. I went and bought 11 eyeshadows. So if I end up hating these, that's kind of ridiculous. I bought 11 eyeshadows. And I got 2 palettes, both with 5 eyeshadows in there. And then I also got a single. I've been playing with them. I'm not going to lie. I've been wearing them on my eyeballs. They are gorgeous. Now, I can't make the claim or back up the fact that they don't crease, they don't smudge, and you don't need a primer or anything like that, because I actually haven't tried it that long. I kind of only played in the palette, not even a handful, probably like twice. But what I can tell you is they are buttery. They are soft, but they do have fallout, which I usually tend to expect when it comes to any kind of shadow that has high pigmentation. So I'm not too upset about that. So this product is no stranger to any of you. It has been everywhere, and it came out, I believe, at the end of last year, probably around November, if I'm not mistaken. It's the Hourglass Ambient Strobe Lighting Powder, and I got the color Euphoric. I wanted something that was going to give me a good highlight but not be too much. Now, they claim that it's designed to capture and reflect light the way a strobe light does, and it diffuses and captures the light bouncing off the skin with fine micro pearls. You can use it wet or dry with a sponge or with a brush. Of course, with the sponge, you're going to get a more concentrated amount of the product. Same thing if you use it wet, you're going to get that high shine impact. If you use it dry or with a brush, it's going to be something that's a little more soft, a little more ethereal, that glow and that lit from within. I just wanted to try something that was going to be not as glittery or as artificial looking as the Mary Luminizer or the Anastasia Beverly Hills. And I already have the regular ambient lighting powder from Hourglass, and I'm in love with it. I just wanted something that's going to give me a little bit more glow, a little bit more pop on the cheekbones and that halo area right here, but not look fake or artificial. All the products that I mentioned in this video will be in the description bar below, so you can go and check that out. Otherwise, please subscribe, like, and share, and I will see you guys very soon with a tutorial for spring. Have a good one. Bye.